C corporations versus pass-through business entities. What's the difference? A C corporation is basically the only type of business that is taxed at the business source. So any net income in the business will be taxed at the federal rate of 21%. So if your C corporation business makes $1 million in net income, you would owe the federal government $210,000 for corporation income tax. Pass-through entities, on the other hand, this is sole proprietorships, single-member LLCs, multi-member LLCs, S corporation taxation. All of those are not taxed at the entity level by the IRS. Instead, the income is reported to the IRS and passed through to your personal taxes. So let's just say you had a single-member LLC that had $1 million of net income. This would not get taxed at the business level. Instead, it would get added to your personal income on your personal tax return, and it would be taxed at personal income tax rates. So pass-through entities can be a lot simpler than C corporations, but there are different advantages and disadvantages to each. You'll often hear that people say C corporations have double taxation because they are taxed at the entity level of 21%. And then if the owner wants to take money out of that business via a dividend, is taxed at dividend rates, which can be up to 20%. For most people, it's 15%. So between the 21% and 15%, you're looking at 36% tax, which is right around the top income tax bracket for personal income taxes in the United States. When you're setting up a business, there are a ton of things to consider of whether a C corporation might be right for you, or if a simpler pass-through entity might work, like a single-member LLC, or slightly more complex pass-through entity like an S corporation. There's many things to consider as far as, raising funding, paying employees, stock to your employees, all sorts of things like that could point you toward becoming a C corporation. But it's absolutely a good idea to think through these things, talk with a tax person, and make the right choice for you and your business.